Hey kids, Mr. Glenn here. We are going to remind ourselves how to manage these layers. So at the top I have layer, and when I pop into my layer, my screen's just moving around a bit, I'm going to go into my layer. As you look down that list, there is a rasterize word and it begins with R. It's just after smart object. So I'm going to go into rasterize. You'll notice immediately that the square disappears. So I'm going to do that for my second layer. You can just see that I'm just moving up and down through those layers, just tapping on them. And as I tap on them, they highlight. So I'm going to go and get rid of that square 2 for my background. I'm going to go into there, I'm going to go to layer and then rasterize, and then those squares have disappeared. The next job is, while I'm here, is double tapping on that weird name that the iPad gives the name of the photographs. So I'm going to go and double tap on there, get rid of all those words. I'm going to call this Jungle BG, like we talked about before in the last video. And then this one here is called a Jaguar, or Jaguar in American. I'm going to call a Jaguar. There, done. Now, what's happened is, you'll notice this may happen on your iPad every now and again. It's gone zoomed in because I double tapped on the screen to zoom in. If you pinch and zoom on the grey area, I've got my fingers on the grey area underneath my layers, and you'll just feel it snap like that. If you do it slowly enough, it'll just snap like that back into place, and you've got the full screen again. So, how are we going to manage our layer now? So the first job we want to do is get rid of this awful black area that's around all this darkness, all this shadow and shade that's around this leopard, this jaguar. Sorry. In fact, is it a jaguar? I think it is a jaguar. Yes, because the spots. We are. Oh, it's a leopard. Oh, let's call it a jaguar or jaguar. Anyway, let's not get bogged down with leopards and jaguars. So we are going to go and it's a leopard. There we go. Leopard. Right. So let's just go into our magic wand, and in our magic wand here, I'm going to go and tap on my magic wand, and we're going to go and take away the black area. Now it does a very good job of just going around those whiskers as well on the leopard's face. So, and all the fur, you can see the marching ants. So now what we're going to do is go to edit and cut that out and deselect. We want to go to edit and deselect, and so take the Control D, where's my deselect? Select, sorry. So go into my select and deselect. So go and deselect that. We want to free transform this, because if we pinch and zoom with our fingers, we want to free transform this. Let's go to edit and free transform. Can't say that, too many R's and T's in there. And what I would like to do is just get that leopard into into that little hole there, as though it is just peering out from, the trees here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit just so that this page is behaving properly, and then I'm going to double tap that and leave my leopard there. So next job is we're going to start to tidy this up a little bit with the eraser just to show you that the eraser can be useful just for tidying things up and not for giant cutouts like we did with the magic wand. Right, everybody, if you get to this point, that's great. And we've got the leopard just peering out from the undergrowth. As always, year 5, good luck